Hey guys, today I got a kind of a cool observation from the ATMs around here. I noticed this about 2 months ago, I'll say. And if you're very observant, you guys have probably noticed it too, but it's something really cool that happened to me. About, I don't know, 2 or 3 months ago, I was out and about with Pax. We pulled up to an ATM after driving around for a long, long time because what happened was we've been driving around and we saw these ATM lines that were just incredible. And some of them were like an hour and a half long waiting time probably to get up to the ATM to use it. And I'm like, I told Paxis, I'm not going to wait for that. Well, we pulled up to this ATM at a BDO. It was actually outside of a small mall. We pulled up there, and it was probably like about 8 or 10 people in line. I'm waiting in line. I look at all the ATMs in front of me. There was two deposit ATMs and two withdrawal ATMs. And it seemed like only one of them was working. So we were all waiting in that line. And I'm looking at the other ATM and I'm saying, gee, they don't have a sign on there. There's a guard here. Guard's not telling anybody else up front to use the other one that it's working. I wonder if it's working. I wonder if just people just don't care. I'm wondering if this is like herd mentality where somebody got in line for this ATM and just kind of, everybody started the line after them, after that person got in line. Because we're so used to having ATMs broken down that if one person goes to an ATM, the next person steps in line and says, okay, I'm going to use this one because I know this one's working. They won't even try the other one sometimes. I do. But anyway, I'm waiting in line and I'm waiting and I'm waiting. Finally, I says, you know what? I'm going to go up and try it. And if it doesn't work, I will just get back in line where I was. What are they going to say to me? I'm just going to go up and try it. Sure enough, I go up to try it. Guess what? It works. I grab my money. Everybody's on their phone, looking at their phone, playing with their phones. I walk away with money in my hand. I'm holding my money up so everybody can see it. I get in the car. I look back. Not one person stepped out of that line and stepped up to that ATM to use that ATM. Because they weren't paying attention. They're paying attention to what the herd's doing, or they're paying attention to their phone or whatever. It's kind of crazy. And I'm wondering if that's like a worldwide thing or whatever. I'm not quite sure what it is, but I observed that. And it happened to me several other times. The other day, I'm at BDO. I'm standing there. There's two guards up at the front of the line at BDO here in Tracy Martinez. Okay, and I'm in the line. The line's probably about an hour long. There's probably 10, 15 people, probably 15 people in front of me. I'm watching 3 withdrawal ATMs and 2 deposit ATMs, and I'm watching them, and I'm watching them, and I'm watching them. And I'm watching people on their phones. And the guard's guiding people in there. Suddenly, he just decides to go talk to people, take a break from doing what he's doing, let people do their own thing. It's not a hard thing to do when you see an ATM empty. You're next in, you go in, and that's it. No. you would think it would work that way. A very simple thing to do. He's up there talking. He's talking with his buddies, filling out his log. And I noticed the person up at the front. He's not paying attention. Person came out off the ATM. He's still there on his phone, playing on his phone. He notices the next person come out. He goes in, and suddenly I see that the machine's still empty in there and nobody's noticing. But the guy that was second in line there, I walk in, okay, because the guy's not paying attention. So I figure, hey, forget this. I'm not going to wait in line here. I walk directly in there. He doesn't notice me till I get up to the ATM. I get up to the ATM. I start using the ATM. He suddenly steps up behind me. I don't think he was mad. I think he just noticed that people aren't going to wait, and I said something to him and he said something to me, but he was cool about it. He just wasn't paying attention or whatever. But this is the thing that happens all the time. I had this happen at another ATM before where I was waiting in line. There's two other ATMs there. Nobody's using them. Nobody at all is using them. And we're all waiting in this big long line. And I'm thinking that those are broken, or somebody has said that they're not working. So I figure, what the hell have I got to lose? The worst I can do is, I step out of line. I can just jump back in the same spot that I was. The lady there saw me. I said, I'm going to try this other one. And I walk up to the front. Sure enough, it works. And then I'm looking at the other one and saying, that one probably works too. It's just that people are just following the herd. That's what they do. It's kind of like, I don't know. It's just kind of the way things work. I don't know if it's a Philippine thing. I don't know if it's a people thing or whatever it is, or if it's because we're so used to the machines being broke down in the Philippines that we've got that in our head that they're all broken. Now, I'm not trying to put people down by saying, it's herd mentality, but I think people do kind of have like a herd mentality sometimes. And when I see that, and it's happened to me so many times here, and sometimes I'm wrong and I get up to the machine and it's broken. Okay, but the majority of times when a machine is broken or it's empty, you usually see a sign on it, but sometimes there isn't. And I've gone up to a machine where it doesn't have money in there. We all have. It's quite common in the Philippines for machines to be empty. It's actually probably more common than it should be, unfortunately. And it happens to everybody here. But something? I'm starting to see that if you really pay attention to what's going on and you open your eyes a little bit more, you probably can use the ATMs a lot more than you think that you can, because the people that are in front of you that are waiting online in one ATM, and there's one or two others beside that, sometimes they work. Now, like I said, sometimes they don't. But I'm finding probably more often than not, listen to me, more often than not, sometimes they are. If they don't have a sign, sometimes they work. Now, that's amazing, and it's usually at the ones where you see 2 or 3 machines that are withdrawal machines, and then there's 2 deposit machines or whatever. It's usually when there's at least 3 withdrawal ATMs there that this usually happens. Now, if it's one machine and you see that nobody's using it, chances are it's probably broken. It probably is. But it's just kind of a cool observation that I wanted to share with you guys, because when you're out and about in the Philippines, we always see it. We see 2 machines or 1 machine down. We think it's down. There's no sign on there or anything. And this has happened to me in SM too. In the SM Mall in Tracy, there's 2 machines in the back. When I stepped up to the back one time, I see everybody using one machine and they're treating the other machine like it's broken, and there's a big line all backed up. And you walk up to the front and people kind of look at you like, why is he using this machine? It's probably down or there's no money in it. I put my card in, I take out my money, I walk away, and everybody's looking at me like I did something wrong. Or they don't even hop out of line to try to get into the other one, which kind of amazes me, actually. But anyway, I just want to bring that up. I thought it was a cool observation. And I'm not always right on all of these things, because some of the machines, like I said, probably are broken. But I found it kind of cool when there's 15 people in a line that nobody will even try that other machine. That's amazing. Anyway, guys, God bless. Take care. I hope you enjoyed today's show.